All I can hear is your voice in my head.
Clever Dragon, man, used to be the king, dude. I mean, like, last word good. It was so dominating, but not only was it dominant. See, there's some weapons out there that can truly dominate, but they're not necessarily consistent. That was the thing about Clever, man. It was such a consistent, dominant weapon. And so the meta that you're seeing me use today, guys, was the old meta. I am rocking out a Matador 64 with Clever Dragon, and boy, did we not all use that for like a good 3, 4, 5 months there. I wanted to see exactly how Clever Dragon, though, stacked against other pulse rifles, man. I gave it a bad rap after its nerf, but I wanted to see how it fares now with different sets of roles. So let's hit this shit up, guys. Okay, guys, so let's briefly go over these perks, man. I've got 3 clevers, guys. I essentially have the vendor role for this week, man, which is the small bore high caliber round counterbalance. I don't think many of you are rocking out oil frames. I ideally wanted to see exactly how small bore stack with high cal and counterbalance. Of course, that only throws that stability to 77. I'm pretty sure that max out is around 21. I don't know what's going on with the Destiny database. Now, the other role is another role that I picked up this past week, which is a Head Seeker high cal hand-laid stock. This, of course, would keep my max size around 24, and I would have the potential to have flinch there with the high caliber rounds. I wanted to see exactly how that was going to work out for it. I did not mess around with snapshot or unflinching on that roll. I ideally just went for Head Seeker and wanted to see how that would work with each other. Now, the third Clever Dragon is an old vendor roll clever that I used to use a long time ago. And I used to use brace frame. That used to be the thing, right? But since brace frame really hurts that mag size now, I have swapped to perfect balance snapshot counterbalance, which is honestly plenty enough for me, guys. This leaves my mag size around 24, which is plenty enough to put people down, which essentially is what this weapon used to be when it had brace frames equipped way back when before the nerf. Now let's talk about this weapon, man. What is the pros and cons, and can it compete, man? Because that's something that I kept asking myself this week. So the Clever Dragon that was actually doing the best for me was snapshot, perfect balance, and counterbalance. Now, snapshot, I know that's a weird one, right? It's not necessarily something that's needed. Now, granted, the dev version for Blind Perdition already intrinsically has that. I very much like snapshot, but that was not a thing here. It was not a preference thing. It was actually more of a vital thing. The weapon handling for something like Clever Dragon is just so low, guys. I mean, extremely low. And being on a Titan, having nothing really to help me and boost that up, I was really left with only one option. I felt like snapshot was the only thing that was enabling me to be competitive with this weapon. See, back in the past, you didn't necessarily have to have snapshot. You could just, you know, kind of be a little slow on the ADS speed, right? But the time to kill was also much lower than as it is now. Currently, right now, though, that time to kill is in line with something like Hawksaw in terms of optimal, that crit damage time to kill, but it's much greater in its body shot time to kill. What's so strange is I feel like this review is turning into the same review that I did on Clever a few months ago after the nerf. I wanted to prove myself wrong, man. I make reviews like this because I want to go after what I initially thought. I honestly thought maybe I judged this weapon too harshly back then. It can still shred, no doubt about it. And see, that's the thing. When I judge harshly on these weapons, it's not me saying it's garbage. It's far from garbage. It's also far from what it was at one time. Clever Dragon had the ability to turn on people. It had the ability to immediately melt people, even if you're like at half health. It also had flinch potential. There was a lot of things that was really going for Clever Dragon, and I feel like so many things have been stripped away from it, whether that was just magazine size or whether that was the fact that the rate of fire was being thrown up there. But the thing that really points it out to me is that this weapon has the same time to kill as something like Hawksaw, but it takes more bullets, which to me is a no-brainer. Why would you use this over something like a Hawksaw or PDX? There really is no reason to. That's the thing. You're going to be limiting yourself by having a lower magazine size and by having a time to kill that essentially requires you to land less bullets. And in a archetype of weapons that are very easy to manage in terms of pulsing and firing, Hawksaw PDX Blind Perdition is a very manageable archetype. Clever is more of a bullet hose, and sometimes bullet hoses are hard to handle. Guys, that's my thoughts on it, man. Either way it goes, I thought it was still doing decently well. I thought it was still doing work for me. Where I left my review off on this weapon a long time ago is still the same. If you want to still use this weapon and still be competitive with it, I really suggest, guys, sticking to a perfect balance, counterbalance loadout. You don't want to hurt that mag size. And try out Snapshot, guys. Serious now. Definitely try it out, man. See how you do with Snapshot. Guys, as always, man, if you enjoyed this video, appreciate it if you hit the like button. And as always, guys, thank you so much for coming and watching.
Slap that like button like your mama told you right.